Gentlemen, a huge congratulations. I am going to pull Zix aside here real quick to ask him a few questions before we get to an interview with you in just a few moments. So Zix, defending champions, you guys come back with a new roster. You substitute 2 guys out. You 3-0'd last time. You had a hard-fought 5 games this time. But how does it feel to know that you've defended your title after making those roster swaps and building the team back up?
It feels so good. Holy. Honestly, like, it's been like an uphill battle the whole way, and nobody's really supported us through that, except for the CLG fans. So, it's really good to prove everyone wrong.
Absolutely, absolutely. You did it in grueling fashion there, a hard-fought series. But I have to ask you, with those roster swaps, with what happened in the preseason, with some of the dissenters that came about and said, you know what, this CLG isn't going to be the same. It can't be the same. You still did it. But I have to ask you, what's the identity of this roster? What changed, and why is this roster unique to any other previous CLG roster out there?
None of us are selfish at all. We only focus on teamwork, and I think that's the most important thing.
So, all right, so talk to me about this, because I think collectively the community would agree that when we look at CLG, we talk about this being the team play team, right? You guys are the ones who win through macro play, who are willing to take a back seat to any other player on the team. But you as a coach, how do you get in there and get the players to buy into that? How do you foster this kind of a team atmosphere as opposed to building up a superstar?
Well, we just treat everyone as a family, make sure everyone is super comfortable, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, well, as a family, you're going to be representing North America at the Mid-Season Invitational. So as the coach, as the guy who's got the bird's eye view into everything, how do you feel CLG is going to fare on the international level? Are they going to put North America back on the map?
Well, a few weeks ago, probably 5 weeks ago, we made a goal, and it was win everything. So we won this, and now it's time to win MSI.
All right, it's time to win everything, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it first. Here first, rather. Again, in just a few moments, we're going to be setting up for an interview with all the members of the CLG team, but for now, we're going to throw it back up to the analyst desk to get their thoughts on this series.
Thank you very much, Doublelift, for taking this interview after a very tough, hard-fought 5-game series. It's definitely got to be difficult. We're going to be talking to CLG in just a moment, but how do you feel after such a close series?
I guess it's kind of fitting that it all came down to one big team fight at like 40 minutes, and it's kind of bittersweet because we were just like right there. We were right about to win, and I guess we just blew it in Game 5. So I don't know. I'm pretty proud of my team though, because clawing our way back from 6th seed, I mean, we just had to try harder than every other team to make it this far.
Yeah, a lot of support from the crowd that's still here as well. Talk to me a little bit about that journey from 6th seed. Did you expect to even be in the position where one team fight could have given you the championship?
I think coming into the split, I was like, we're going to win this for sure, or we're definitely going to be in the finals. And then during the split, we got like more and more demoralized as the weeks went on. And then when playoffs came, we just kind of hit rock bottom, and we just knew because we're the lowest seed, we have to try harder than every other team to make the finals. And we finally got here. I knew it was going to be a close series. I didn't know it was going to be this close. But yeah, I'm just shocked, I guess. I didn't think CLG was that good.
Well, super close. CLG are the defending champions once again. That's 2 splits in a row for them. And final question for you, Doublelift. Knowing how the series had gone, what would you do differently if you were to play it again?
What would I do differently? So many things. I would probably... Man, that's such a hard question. I can't think of...
It is a hard question, I'm sorry. Right after the series, speaking of the last team fight in particular, what do you think broke it open to essentially decide the series?
I think our early game kind of sucked. We were like 0-4 early game, and then they got a Baron. But I don't know, we just got outplayed. The truth is, when it comes to 40-minute team fights, it just comes down to player and like team versus team synergy. And I mean, CLG 100% deserves it, because player for player and team for team, they played better in that team fight. They aced us, and then they just throned it. So, I mean, congrats to them. They played really well.
Well, thank you very much, Doublelift. I think it was a fantastic series. Both teams should hold their heads high, and I look forward to watching TSM next split. For now, though, let's send it up to the analyst desk to keep closing out the day.
Thanks, man. That's Brian.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Yes, I'm here on stage with the victorious members of Counter Logic Gaming. Now, this is the time where I get to sit trophy side and have a little chat with these gentlemen after their victory. I've got to come to you first, Darshan, as one of the members who had the victory over Summer Split. How does it feel to come back and make sure that everyone knows you're at the top of North America yet again in the spring?
Feels pretty damn good. I think we all worked really hard, and that was a hard-fought series on both sides. I think TSM also played really well, but we came out on top because we were better.
I mean, absolutely, a 5-game series this time, and I like the little response there to double it. The 5-game series this time, though, Smithy, last time it was a 3-0, so this time they definitely gave you a little bit more of a run for your money, and I mean, kind of piggybacking off of Darshan's point, TSM had a disgusting run through the playoffs, some might say, coming in as the 6th seed and then challenging you guys for this title. So talk to me a little bit about preparation. What were you guys expecting coming into this series?
Well, yeah, for first one, there's like gonna be a lot of doubters like for us since like we're trying new stuff, but we're just trying to get inspiration from like everyone around us. We're trying to get everyone's impact in the game. But for this split or for this series, actually, like everyone's thought that the veterans were gonna be the carries, but actually it's our 2 rookies that carried us. So
speaking of which, let's jump over to Stixay, our player of the series. Smithy just mentioned it, rookie season here, and here you are accepting that honors and your first NALCS title. How does that feel, knowing that, especially in the 5th game, all eyes were on you as does Tristana with the Lulu right behind you to take that victory?
Well, it's definitely... My mic working? Okay.
Hello, hello, hello.
You might swap mics. Swap mics.
This one's broken
Hello?
too. Oh.
All right. That's 1, 2, 3.
Ba, ba,
There you
ba.
go. All right, we got it. You're good.
All right, so, well, I was definitely happy that my Ginsu's Tristana worked out, because if that didn't work out,
Well, so yeah, so talk to me about this pick, because the last time we saw the Ginsu's Tristana, it didn't work out so well, right? And that takes a lot of guts in a game 5 of the finals for the split to pull out something that you've only played one other time on the stage and having had it not work. So what allowed you, what enabled you to make such a pick?
well, it was a pick that we had talked about the whole series, and that game was just like the correct game for us to do it. And as you can see, like when we have Lulu Tristana, especially when we scale that far into the late game, and I actually sold the Ginsu's at the end for a better build because Ginsu's loses its value over time. And yeah, Tristana's just super strong if she can get there. So
That's true. We saw the prowess of it. Huhi, you were right behind him there on that Lulu. We saw you jumping across all kinds of different champions in this series, it being your rookie split as well. What does it mean to you to be able to step up, you know, and grab back that title for CLG, a 2nd split in a row?
So can you sum up the question real quick?
Absolutely. It being your rookie split, how does it feel to step up onto this stage and get back that title, to take the title again, a 2nd time for CLG, knowing that you filled those shoes just as much, if not more, than the shoes that were there before?
So we're talking about like the championship, right?
This championship that you just won. You're aware that you just won the North American LCS split, right?
The sound is pretty weird, so I can't really hear
Right,
it.
I got you. I can speak up. I'm loud. So if you
I think
it felt good, right?
yeah, it felt good.
Okay, now elaborate on that.
So basically, we won. Like CLG won the championship last year too, but when we came to this season, like everyone expected us to perform really poorly. So I was kind of sad because I thought we were going to perform really well and then be like the top tier in LCS. But now, like I can surely tell them that we're the defending champion again, and we're going to win MSI and everything else.
There it is. We're going to win everything. I know that was the motto. Aframu, I got to speak to Zix a little bit about this team mentality that you guys have built and fostered. And I want to go to you as the, you know, the veteran, the team captain, in terms of, you know, what has that journey been like for you guys, transitioning from a team that did have some stars, that had some people that you would play behind, to a team that is built of guys who will take a back seat to anybody else and let them carry?
Well.
Well, in my opinion, this iteration of the CLG roster is just infinitely better. Mindset is a lot better. Everyone is willing to accept criticism, and there's no really like people feeling afraid to have a voice on the team, I would say. So especially bringing in the 2 rookies, it was important for us that they had a very good environment that they can feel like, you know, a tribute to our play style or whatever. Because when I first came on CLG as a rookie, that wasn't happening. I just played Protect AD Carry the whole time. So, yeah. But I want to give a special shout out to Nian Tonso, Seraph, Dexter, and Link for the series. And I did it for you guys. So, thanks.
Well, again, gentlemen, it shows the teamwork, the initiative that you guys have had in this split to go from, you know, rebuilding the roster and in only one split to come away with a victory. It really does show. I want to congratulate you again on the championship. Wish you the best of luck at MSI. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your 2016 Spring Split LCS champions, Counter Logic Gaming, put it together.